Hello and welcome to Verbal to Visual. I am your host, Doug Neill, and a little over a decade ago, I noticed a recurring frustration in my life. I would read a really good nonfiction book, come across a bunch of ideas and lessons that I wanted to apply to my own life, and I was able to do that while I was reading, but very quickly after I finished the book, I would find it harder and harder to remember those key ideas. Even just a week later, especially a month or two later, I'd remember maybe the main idea from the book, but the details were lost, and the impact on my life had lessened. It's for that reason that when I first heard about visual note-taking, graphic recording, sketchnoting, I was so pulled in because I saw it as a solution to that problem that I had. This creative skill set where you sketch out a visual summary of whatever it is that you're learning about or thinking through. And so, as I built up my own sketching skills, I kept reading books. But now, instead of just reading and underlining, I would sketch out a visual summary when I finished, and then turn that visual summary into a video that I would share on this YouTube channel. And enough of you have enjoyed those visual book summaries that I thought it would be fun to bring those sketches into the physical world in the form of posters, like this one here, this visual summary of the book Essentialism, and mugs, like this visual summary of Thanks for the Feedback. So yes, this is a merch announcement video, but my hope is that it's a fairly unique type of merch. And to start, I've taken 7 of my favorite book summaries and put them on a poster and a mug. You've seen the Essentialism poster. Here's Thanks for the Feedback in poster form. Here is Make It Stick. Here's The Extended Mind. Here is Thinking in Bets. Here's The Psychology of Money. And finally, we have got Digital Minimalism. And all of those are available as a mug as well. So 2 fairly distinct formats here, right? One, the poster that you can hang up on the wall, fairly large format. Another, these mugs that I imagine, you having your morning coffee while reviewing, reflecting on some ideas from a good book that you've read. What's fun to think about, I think with the mug in particular, is the fact that you change as a human being from day to day. So when you first read a book like Digital Minimalism, you're going through a certain set of experiences and you're reflecting on what you're reading through the lens of what's going on in your life right then. Fast forward a few months later, different things are going on in your life. So you might have different thoughts related to the ideas within this book. And maybe all you need is the reminder to think about them again. So that's the first purpose that I hope these products serve, as a reminder of the good ideas from that book you read. There's a second reminder though, and that is to grab some pen and paper and sketch out ideas yourself. My goal with this channel has been to share good ideas from interesting books, and also to help you develop the skills to sketch out whatever it is you're reading right now, or map out the problems that you're dealing with in your personal life or at work, so that you can better wrap your head around those and take meaningful action moving forward. Because it's one thing to watch a sketched video summarizing a book, and another thing to have that sketch in your immediate environment that you get to interact with, perhaps while you're having your morning coffee. Now, I have a specific request. If you choose to pick up a poster or a mug, I want you to also purchase another copy of that book at the same time. If you checked it out from the library or listened to the audiobook on the first time through, then you can add that book to your shelf. Go back to the original source if you want to dive deeper on what precisely it means to have a barbelled personality, for example. Or if you already have a copy of the book, gift it to someone else. That's important to me because I want these ideas to spread, but also because I want you to financially support the authors in addition to financially supporting me with the purchase of a poster or mug. If this ends up being a thing that people enjoy, I will continue adding to the store because reading good books and creating visual summaries is something that I'm always doing. And having these physical artifacts as the final stage of creation of that work is kind of fun. What I've done here to be able to share these posters like this is I've actually just taped them to some foam board, which makes them easy to pick up and reference. On the back, I've even just written the title of the book because I plan to use these as large-scale flashcards. These ideas are useful enough that one of my goals is to be able to bring this complete visual summary to mind without having to look at it, so that as I go about my day, living my life, when certain situations arise, I want to be able to view that situation through the lens of someone like Annie Murphy Paul. through the lens of the book, The Extended Mind, because it's likely that one of these ideas might be just the spark that I need to take an intentional, meaningful step in alignment with some helpful lesson that I learned from that book. So if you too would like to more deeply integrate the good ideas from any of these books into your daily life, then pick up a poster or a mug so that you've got that regular reminder. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the authors for writing these good books. Again, pick up another copy of the book the same time you buy a poster or mug. And I look forward to sharing more sketched book summaries in the future. See you in the next one.